It is Monday movie night. I am your host. No, I'm not Kimberly Thompson. What is this nonsense? Am I being pranked? Oh, there we go. I am TJ Thompson. Right off the bat. This is episode 1 of Monday movie night. I am so excited that you guys tuned in with us tonight. I want to get right to our guest, our panel, my co-host this evening. First off is the man, the myth, the legend of terrible movie taste, Brian Smith. How you doing, Brian?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm great. I own bad movies because to me, a movie is like a roller coaster. Like we need just dumb fun sometimes, and I want to be the voice of dumb fun for the show.
I think that you will accomplish that with ease, good sir, as dumb fun. And the anchor, I think this is going to be the anchor that's going to hold us in with the rom-coms, with all the classy stuff, is the lady who tried to prank my name earlier, Miss Kimberly Thompson. How are you, Miss Kimberly?
It was me. I am great. I'm great. I am surviving Monday, going back to school, homeschooling life. So, yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So, guys, I am excited about our first Monday movie night. If you tuned in, we start 15 minutes before the show every Monday at 9 o'clock with a pre-show. It's 15 minutes of us just goofing, and it's awesome. So join us in the YouTube chat. You can go to mondaymovienight.com, which is just redirecting to YouTube because I haven't built a website. So that's all it does. All right, so let me go over the rules tonight. So this is the way the game works. Each week we will draw a film out of the hat. We will then watch that film during the week and come back on Monday night and review it. I get a pick, Brian gets a pick, Kim gets a pick. They all go in the hat. And so it's kind of equal opportunity of who gets to play. This week's movie was picked by Kimberly, and it was the Aeronauts. So let's take a quick watch of the trailer in case you haven't watched it, or if you watched it, Tuesday of last week or whenever we picked it. It'll be a little bit of a refresher. Let's watch that, and then we'll talk. That looked like the end of the trailer. Hold on.
That did. I think you need to replay that.
That's what I get for watching it earlier.
Technical difficulties, people. Technical difficulties.
I believe there are answers in the sky. Up there is where I have found the greatest happiness.
Gentlemen, to predict the weather could save hundreds of thousands of lives.
We are scientists, not fortune tellers.
You'll get your chance. They'll realize your worth.
I think they know my worth quite well enough.
Prove them wrong, Jones.
I'm a really good aeronaut. I want to use what I'm good at.
Women don't belong in balloons. And she makes such a show of herself.
Miss Wren, I need to make studies of the air.
I'm not a coachman for hire.
You are the only person who could fly us higher than anyone has ever been. So will you?
So it begins.
Don't you wish to be up there with them?
Some reach for the stars. Some push others towards them.
We're about to get wet.
Is this balloon not the strongest it's ever been?
Even so, it can't fight the weather.
Oh, God!
I have a feeling they're not coming back.
We're traveling into an unknown.
Stay alive.
Take my hand!
There's the whole trailer. So, there was a writer that was just ecstatic when he was like, some people pushed them to the stars. He's like, nailed it. And it kind of came off kind of cheesy, I felt like, when it happened.
I tell my wife every day that women don't belong in balloons.
Oh gosh,
All
Brian.
right,
It's a fact.
So we should start off right off the bat with that because, so technically, this movie did not have a woman in it, right? Everybody.
Yeah, the real story.
Yeah.
The real story. So it's based loosely, not on. I mean, it's based loosely on actual events.
It was Henry Coxwell.
Glacier.
Henry Coxwell, and Glacier's the real guy.
Mm-hmm.
The
He's
female character.
The real character.
The female character doesn't exist. It's a patchwork character they put together. But the real guy that was in the balloon with Glacier was Henry Coxwell. So there was some heat being thrown, some shade being thrown on the interwebs about them not honoring Mr. Coxwell in the film, but I'm going to leave it there because I'm not going to get Me Too'd on episode 1. So I'm not going to get canceled on episode 1. But apparently that Henry Coxwell guy, really risked his life and saved, kind of saved the mission of the balloon flight, which is what she does in the film. It was one of Amazon's most watched movies ever, though. That was one of the facts that I didn't realize. That was one of their top of all times as of January of 2020. So, Kim, it was your pick. I mean, did it live up to the hype?
I have mixed emotions about this movie. There are things that I really liked about it, and then there are things that I did not like about it. So let's start with the things that I did like. It is a visually stunning movie. Like, the cinematography is just beautiful. Just the shots, especially when they're up in the balloon, just the aerials are just beautiful. I love how it was color graded. The colors are just really beautiful. And I am a fan of period pieces. So I just love that aspect going into the movie to start off with. Let's see what else. I love the score. I thought it was scored beautifully. So those are some of the things that I really did love. I had some issues with the whole storyline and how it was done. Like, the whole going back and forth to explain the characters. Of course, that's something that's done all the time in film, but I just didn't feel like it flowed very well, if you guys know what I mean. Like, I didn't know if we were going in the past when we would go into a backstory, or if we're going to the future. Like, it felt very choppy. It didn't feel like it all flowed together. So that was some of the issues that I had. Did you guys feel that way, or is that just me?
I was indifferent on the score. I think that I didn't remember it, and it didn't stand out to me, so that I guess that's good. I thought sound overall was good, because if I don't hear a problem, then I feel like it's good. The going back and forth stuff didn't really bother me that much. Like, I don't know how else you told it.
I think it could have been done better, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I like period pieces. I'm with Kim. I like the way it looks. I think that it was a movie of really cool. I'm making fun of that one line because it feels like the writers worked really hard on some big lines they were going to say scattered throughout the script. So when it would cut back in time to the dance scene, it was really just to have that conversation about how he I can't do this alone. You can take us high. The whole scene was around building that one line. So I was okay with it. I'd say to me the biggest part of the movie was it was a bunch of really cool lines and really cool moments, but it wasn't one solid awesome event. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I agree with Logan that the trailer was awesome. The trailer was great.
The trailer made you want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
I liked some of the things I liked too. That I thought they did well was I loved the graphics. Usually I'm not a fan of graphics in a movie, But when they were doing like the height and the time,
Yeah, it was cool.
that like I don't know.
That was
it
really
gave
cool.
It gave it some authenticity that I think if that wasn't there, it wouldn't have. Because Felicity Jones, can we talk about Felicity Jones for a sec? All right. All right, Felicity Jones in Rogue One, awesome. Like Rogue One is one of my. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. It's the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars, and I love it. And I'm not gonna hold back about that. I love Rogue One. There was a little bit of a toss to Rogue One. Did y'all get that? Did y'all catch that? Okay.
No, I didn't catch that.
I didn't find this on the internet, but I took a note as soon as it happened. Let me get to it. I have a picture, a still frame from it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here it is. So she throws out this stuff and she says Stardust, which was what her dad called her in Rogue One. So
look at you picking up on that.
Yes, look at that. It's like I actually know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes.
I'll get to you. Is there anything you want to touch on? I'm about to go into things that I did not like.
Well, I was going to say that it's shocking that Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones have the exact same face. And I never realized it until they were on screen together. But their faces exactly the same.
They're in another. This is their second movie together. They're in The Theory of Everything, and he actually won an Oscar for that. And I'm going to be honest.
What is the theory of? What was that?
Stephen Hawking's biopic.
I did not.
The Stephen Hawkins.
I did not.
I've not seen that either. But I know he won Best Actor for that role, and I didn't feel like their chemistry was that great.
Yeah, I want to hear what you're going to say because she was my favorite in the movie. So I'm interested to see what you have to say.
Well, okay. There's a couple things. First off, just opening credit scene, the amount of horse poop that was on the road was astonishing. And
it's real, man.
I don't know why they decided to keep this in the film. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles of poop right there in that one shot. What happens though?
Because they did that scene like 15 times.
No. It gets better. The kid had to run past it. Like he loops through that pile behind him in the shot. Like the guy's tracking over the horse poop. And you can see it under the carriage over there on the far right. Like it's not like little clumps. It's like the horse sat there for a minute. Like horse poop naturally drags across the road. It doesn't just like congregate in a single area. So for me,
obviously that's from filming all day.
Dude, can you not like sweep it up? They swept the road. Look at the road. The road has like rake marks in it. They couldn't have gone in. Like it looks like someone placed the poop there. Like I don't understand.
It's like a golf sand trap.
I mean, I'm watching the movie and like it's like I'm following the little kid and all that good stuff, and then I'm like, what's all the horse poop doing? I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna run into the horse poop. Like, okay, all right, horse poop. That was weird. That was it was super. that one pulled me out of it. The next thing that pulled me out of it, I have a frame of it, is just Felicity Jones's face.
Yeah, she's crazy in this.
When she came out looking like this, like the Queen of Hearts from like Alice in Wonderland, and it didn't get any better. Like they took her from this, right? And she comes in, she makes this big grand entrance. This is her like first look on camera. Her next look is Theodore Roosevelt. That is
she's awesome.
That is what she went to. She went from the Ace of Hearts to Theodore. I don't know why they made her look so bad. I
thought she looked so cool, dude.
I was not buying it at all. And then this was the topper. And then in the flashback scene, they had
with her cool little hat on.
No, they had the authentic armpit hair. That drove me nuts. That they were like, yeah,
that did drive me nuts. I'll agree with you.
We should not have her shave her armpits for more authenticity. So like, I just like that someone went the extra distance for armpit hair and horse poop in the Aeronauts. Like someone went to the mat.
All those things are pluses to me, man. This is accurate. Like horses
this
poop
is why you pick
nonstop.
bad
That's what
movies,
roads look
Brian.
like.
No, not
Wow,
that.
whatever.
That's an over-exaggerated hair too for a Hollywood actress. Look at that. That's been growing for a while. I bet that is not natural.
It's
that's
probably
stuck on there.
fake. I was just about to say it's fake. It's 100% fake.
Yeah, and this isn't even the best. That's not even like the best frame of it. Like, if you watch, that's in a flashback scene when she was asleep.
Yeah. I thought she looked rock and roll. She looked like a girl Indiana Jones. I was all about it.
I don't know. Maybe it was like the short hair in Rogue One that made her look more tough to me than the way she looked in this. I don't know.
TJ, this is a different character, so.
Well, I want her basically to be.
She needs to
Jyn
be a little
Erso
different.
for,
She
like,
can't be
forever.
Jyn Erso in the Aeronauts. You got to let that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cinematography points, I'll touch on those, and I'll touch on them quick. This was shot on the new Red camera, which is an 8K camera, and they put film grain up the wazoo on it for some reason. I don't know if you watched it in 4K or not. It played in 4K or whatever on our TV, and dude, it was super grainy. It was really strong film grain. I love the graphics. I already touched on that. And then the edge blur that they did when they started getting the altitude sicknesses.
Yeah, it was cool.
Pretty cool. That really added a lot to it for me. That was a good touch. And it cut between the characters. So if it was on him, you got the blur effect.
It's
if it
worse.
was on her, it was
yeah,
I thought they did that really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, to me, it's a movie of scenes. There were great scenes. There were not great scenes. There was a lot of space in between that I didn't care about. But the scenes that were cool, I thought were real cool, man. Like, what do you guys feel about the dog toss?
Ooh,
I almost lost my grits on that one.
Throwing the dog out.
I literally screamed because I thought the dog was about to die.
I knew the dog was coming out of the hot air balloon, but I thought Eddie Redmayne was going to accidentally drop it. Like, I thought that was going to happen, and it was going to like be the inciting incident that causes all the drama that he killed her dog on accident.
I thought it was going through how they started to go through the little hole. I was like, oh, it's going out of that hole. Like, that dog is going to just whoop and just be gone. But, yeah. It was weird right off the bat.
It was a classic Chekhov
It was
gun
definitely
scene where they
slow.
showed the...
Yeah.
Gosh.
As a review, we did horrible at actually explaining the movie. So, let me, recap really fast what happened now that we've talked about it forever. So,
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, these two characters basically go up in a balloon. He wants to be a meteorologist, so he's out it for the science aspect. She's out of it for the love of the air. They basically are out to set an altitude record while also collecting data for his meteorology studies. And that's basically it. And can they do it? And
You're forgetting the part where her husband had died, so she has this little bit of fear about going back
they
up.
each have their struggles. He's got the whole Royal Academy and father with, I'm guessing, Alzheimer's, maybe?
Something like that.
I'm guessing Alzheimer's.
Yes,
and then
yeah.
She's got the death of her husband that she's dealing with. Again, story-wise, I mean, her patchwork character made it a stronger movie because it had that drama of the dude falling out of an air balloon. Like, if you didn't have that, then
Jumping he jumped on purpose. Yeah.
I guess that all these.
Let me ask you this.
And can we talk about his character for a minute? I did not like him the whole time. Like, he is this headstrong guy. No, the other guy, Eddie Redmayne's character.
Glazer.
He was a jerk. And usually you're thinking that, okay, they're going to build this story and you're going to turn and you're going to eventually like this character. I didn't like him all the way to the end. I'm just being honest.
He was violent. Weird. I guess he lost his head, though, because he was deprived of oxygen. Hey, real quick, what year was this movie?
She should have thrown him out of the basket. It's 1860.
Okay, here's my question about that, because they were like, people can't predict the weather. That's an impossibility. But we know that in the 1770s, Benjamin Franklin was predicting weather trends with Poor Richard's. Like, we could predict weather a little bit by that time. It wasn't like it was black magic, right?
I have no idea. I have no idea. The period.
I mean, obviously, we're not sticking super true to the actual events, being that we created a whole new character.
Yeah, and I guess from the wiki that I read was like all of her character was stories of actual like aeronauts and balloonists. So
2 other female aeronauts.
yeah. I don't know though, Brian. I have no idea on the meteorology stuff. Like the whole like turn of the century thing, just everything gets invented then, and I don't know what got invented where.
Here's what I say too. To me, like I keep saying, there's like moments that were cool. He had that conversation with his dad with the like convertible attic roof they had was a cool little moment. Like there were these cool, cheesy but cool moments. But really, the whole thing was just the storm scene and then the frozen balloon scene. To me, like that was kind of the whole movie.
The frozen balloon so there's a scene in the film where there's a valve that opens in the top of the balloon. She has some ropes. They're kind of a little bit of the plot. It's a struggle of like, how to get the balloon down and when do they get it down and how and who's the captain of this ship kind of struggle. But they get up so high that it freezes, that the little flap freezes, and Glazier's knocked out with altitude sickness. He's got no oxygen. And so she has to climb to the outside of this balloon. And she's in high heels.
Yeah.
Indiana, in her Theodore Roosevelt outfit, but the high heels. Going up the balloon. And I had so much anxiety when she stands up on the top and goes to like kick it.
Cool.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is not happening right now. But
I did keep screaming throughout the movie, like tie a rope, because she did eventually tie a rope to herself. But it's like anytime you're in that hot air balloon, just tie a rope. I feel like that's I've never been in one, but I feel like that's a wise thing to do. Just tie that rope around you.
Yeah, she eventually does, thank goodness, because she passes out at the top and another like anxiety moment. Slides off the side.
But y'all,
I'm pretty sure it was screaming as she's sliding off the side of that balloon.
But the whole thing about like her hands are frostbitten and they're bloody and they hurt her so bad she can't use them to climb, and she's like hooking her wrist. That part was awesome. Like that whole thing, her standing on top of the balloon was just for that one shot where it panned out and you could see the curvature of the earth and the stars and her standing on top of it. And I'm a sucker, dude. I love that kind of stuff. I thought it was cool.
To me, the entire movie was that scene, like that, that whole like dilemma of getting back to the earth was awesome, and it was worth the price of the mission for that. Even if all the balloon stuff was probably CG, so it was still awesome. It looked great. Let's let's see what other folks are saying on the internets here. Let's see what we got. Robert Prescott. He said score didn't stand out to me either. Working the rope was good. A bit action at times. We got Cassandra Smith. I agree with Brian. I like the frozen balloon scene as well.
Yeah.
We'll rock Cassandra and Diana back to back here. The Wonder Dog. He was probably wondering what? This was in response to about her looking like Indiana Jones, I'm pretty sure, because you got the same brain link with that one. Alex said he liked the look. Heath was saying Rogue One. He's with me on that one. One of the all-time faves. So I got a little bit of backup there.
Well, yeah, I mean the second.
Yeah, you got a little bit of backup on
phenomenal.
Facebook too.
Oh yeah, let's check out. Let me go over to the Facebooks. Put us back on here. Let's see what we got on Facebooks. It looks like Jennifer was saying that she was screaming too. Mark Anthony
about the dropping dog.
Yeah, he says he loves Rogue One. We got some shout outs on the Rogue One. People are down with the Rogue One. All right, so I think we get down to the meat and potatoes of this baby and we score it and see where our score point leaderboard stands. I guess I should summarize this. So we're going to be scoring tonight's movie based on a Rotten Tomatoes scale of 0 to 100. Each person will get to score the film. Those scores will get averaged together, and those will go towards the picker's overall average. So me and Brian do not have any movies picked yet, as this was the first one. So all these scores are going to go to Kim and get averaged out. So Kimberly, what was your score, and of the Aeronauts. I almost said the astronauts, the Aeronauts.
The Aeronauts. Okay. I have to say, I'm glad I watched the movie. Like I said, it was visually stunning, but there are definitely some failures in the movie. So with that, I'm going to give it a 72.
72. Okay.
I know.
All right, 72. Brian, what you got?
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not the filmmaker, so I don't know about the whatever that one guy said, Foley work and actuating and stuff. I don't know what those things mean. I liked it. I thought it was fine. To me, it's a perfect quarantine movie. Like I'm putting something on the TV because I need something to be in the house, and I'm gonna watch it like in bursts, like 15-minute bursts. And I thought for that kind of movie, it was great. But so score wise, I'm saying 73.
73. Okay. All right. I enjoyed it. I would say that I've seen a lot worse. It's definitely a movie that I think you could watch with your family too. It's got some historical value to it in terms of like the Science College and the history of meteorology, and there's definitely some beautiful scenes in it. I love the set design work of the carnival once you get past the poop and make it into the carnival where the balloon is. But I am going to give it a 70. 70 is going to be my score. So we're actually pretty close all together here. So let's see what our final total is going to be here. I got 0. Brian's got 0. Kim averages out to 71. Dum, 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 dum. So Kim, you're in the lead for today because we've got no other.
I know.
Which
I was destined to be in the lead. What are you talking about?
Huh?
You gave your movie such a low score because part of this is a game, right? Like we're keeping track.
You can't sandbag your own movie.
You can't like buff your own score, Brian. Come on now.
Play the game. He said the rule. You play the game the way the game is played. That's how you play. I'm just saying you gave your own movie a real low score.
Hey, I would say that if you honor your score and keep it consistent to what you like, I know where you're going to go with this. So if you keep it consistent with what you like, we have something to judge you off of.
That's true. I guess it's true.
All right, this goes to next part of the show. So there are three movies that we've all agreed on. That we have all agreed on. Here, let's look at your faces while we do this.
I wanted to be mine so bad.
I'm gonna shuffle around. All right, here we go. It is my pick of Instant Family.
Oh.
So everyone is spared Brian's terrible pick for another week.
No, it's coming back. Yeah, I'm not changing it.
It's awful.
Instant Family. It's on Amazon. It is supposedly.
No, it's on Hulu. It's also on Hulu.
Oh, maybe it is on Hulu. I thought it was on Amazon.
It's on Hulu.
Okay, but it's.
It may be on both, but I know for sure it's on Hulu.
It's a movie about a family, a husband and wife that are looking into adoption. So it's supposedly pretty hilarious. I've heard really good things about it. So everyone go watch Instant Family and catch us back next week, 8:45 for the pre-show. And, I think that it's going to have a awesome score. I think I'm going to kick butt next week. So I think Instant Family will get me into the 80s.
We shall see.
I don't know. But we'll find out next week on Monday Movie Night.